This is one of my absolute favorite quilt stores down in San Marcos, which is near San Diego. And here's what you see in the front. You've got the book section, and you walk into a room of notions. That's the first room that you walk into when you visit this store. And it's really their warehouse that they've opened up as a store with a storefront. And they just have the things that I want. The things, they have such a contemporary, like modern feel to the things that they have in here. It's unbelievable. So again, notions, you got your clover stuff over there. You've got a little bit of everything. And then you have patterns that are not Eleanor Burns. Because you know Eleanor Burns has her own patterns, a ton of them, like a gazillion of them. And see, I see stuff right now that I want. I could just go in here and pick up one of everything. And then you get to her side, which is full of her patterns and her rulers too. And it's nice, and it's usually kind of quiet. I don't think I've ever been in the store when there was more than like 6 people in there. So it's not super compacted or anything like that. Look at all those patterns. I bought a couple when I was there the last time. Then you have your Creative Grids corner. You name it, they probably have it over there. And don't forget, she has a huge online presence. So if you go in on the weekend, you actually get to go in the warehouse. So right now, this is me in the warehouse looking at all the new fabrics that need to be put out. And again, they have an online presence, a large online presence where you can just kind of find anything that you need. I don't think that I've ever gone to their site and looked for something that they didn't have. And here are more bolts. They don't let you go back there during when it's working hours, Monday through Friday, because everybody's back there pulling and doing what they do. But look at all that fabric, a little bit of everything, things and brands that I wasn't aware of, that I didn't know that I needed. And you can purchase from back here during the weekends. Just go right back there and get it. You can also order online and pick up in store if you'd like. They have some lockers out front, and I guess they give you the code. And of course, she has some super cool quilt samples hanging very professionally all around the top of the store. And then you see some more fabrics, and I just love the way that these are displayed. I love her selection. I think they have one of the best selections for me. But it's kind of hit and miss, because there are some areas that couldn't sell Tula Pink if their lives depended on it, because that's not their clientele. And so when you find a store that really carries your stuff, support that store, because everybody needs the support. But support that store, because that's your store. Like, you found your store. Love your store, because there are many quilt shops around that do not sell fabrics that I love, and this just happens to be one that hits it out of the park. Every time I go in, I'm like, oh, these are my fabrics. And you guys know that I don't believe in having a stash, so I don't just buy fabrics for the sake of buying fabrics on most occasions. Every now and then I might, but it's rare. But in here, this is where I would get in trouble, because there's a couple of areas in this store where I pretty much just want everything. Look at that sample. That's a nice one. I'm going to assume that all these samples are Eleanor Burns patterns. So if you see something you like, call the store and say, hey, I want it, or look it up. Look up her patterns and see what pops up. Because I'd bet that these are all hers. Ooh, that's a heavy one there. And there's that, I think that's a classroom that I was just showing you guys. I'm in it now. I think this was a classroom. One day I went in here, and it housed, like, from the roof to the floor, it had carrying cases. I think they were sewing machine carrying cases. It was crazy, like totally full. Couldn't get anything else in there. They've got some more fabrics, and then they've got those tables and things. And the pandemic has just really changed what everybody's been buying and what everybody has and how much of everything they have. So I think we're kind of getting back on track. Oh, this is the area of the store that I love. It's in the front, right to the right. And then this is their free spirit section, which is in the room where the set is. The set is actually in here for when she does her shows. I had no clue. I thought Eleanor Burns was like way back east somewhere. Little did I know that she was in San Marcos, just a hop, skip, and a jump. I've only been to this store maybe 4 or 5 times, and maybe 4 or 5 times, and I've purchased stuff every single time. This is where I got my first AccuQuilt, and usually there's a bunch of AccuQuilt stuff in the room that I'm in right now. However, again, pandemic, they've had to move stuff, change stuff around. So if you want their AccuQuilt stuff, of course they have it because she's one of their spokespersons, but you've got to order it. You won't be able to just walk up to it. That's a really nice and easy pattern right there. That's cute. I like it. There's some more Go boxes there. Ooh, look at this one. That's quite a sample. Lots of sewing, lots of quilting going on that one. I like it. I like the pebble quilting. Super cute. 40 and fabulous. Oh boy. Okay, now where am I? I must be in the store. Is this the section that I love? Yeah, this is the section that I love. Wait till you see these next fabrics. You guys are gonna be like, that's her right there. Bright and funky. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on my next video. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye.